Hey, this is Mr. Martinez. If you're on here, you're probably wondering how to use email. It may not be your go-to for reaching out to people, so bear with us. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. It is more of an old school way of using the internet, but it's still very reliable, pertinent to exchanging information, sending documents, etc. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to psd1.org. There are other ways to get to your email. If you click on email, it should give you the option of a student access. There are other ways like going to your student families drop down and going to My Apps. On this page, you're going to find several things that you will be needing. You can find Excel, PowerPoint, Zoom, Teams. A lot of teachers will be using Teams this year, so make sure that you know how to get to this page. But what we're looking for is Outlook Online. Go ahead and click on Outlook. It looks like a little envelope with an O. And I'm going to give you a very simplified version of what you're looking at here. Sometimes you'll get reminders from things that you're signed up for. So starting with Inbox, what you're going to see is a list of things that you do want to read. Many of them, especially if you recognize a name, teacher name, student name, principal, counselor, etc. Make sure that you do know who is who. If people have no business sending you an email, then you should use your best judgment to click on it or not. Alright, so what you want to do is start with that top email. It's the very most recent, essentially letter, like a postcard in the mail that you received, right? So boom, you're reading it now. So I made up a student here, and I'm just kind of responding. So the teacher sends you an email. It says, hey Jaime, how are you? Please let me know if there's anything I can help with, whether it be school, supply, food, or other essentials. Feel free to message me on Remind at NHHS or on here on email. Signed S. Martinez. So make sure that you are reading your email. If you want to respond to something, let's say all it was just like a message to all the students, you can click like. That just shows your teacher that you've read the email, and that's great. It's a good signifier that you're not ignoring, just blowing off every email that comes your way. The other thing you can do is reply. If you click on reply, then you start with, notice what I had was hello to the specific person, a simple pleasantry like a question like, hey, I hope you're well, how are you doing, thanks for asking, if you want to say something like that. But then you go down, you get into business, right? You get down to business by asking the specific question that you want to inquire about, or make the statement that you want to state. And then lastly, you want to sign it. Yeah, I signed thanks here. Sometimes some people put it like right above the name, and then the signature, and then you send it. Okay, so that's how you respond. Notice how right here. Okay, so you'd be like, Mr. Mar. And then you say, okay, thanks, or thank you, and then you send it. Okay, it's as simple as that. One thing I do want to talk about is, if you do want to, like, let's say you don't want to just send it to me, but if you want to send it to everybody, let's say I had sent an email to every single student I have, and you want to have an in-group conversation, you can reply to all, and that would include every single person that was in that original mail out that I did. Another thing you can do is, let's say you're Jaime and your friend Juan or Mike really needs that email because they didn't receive it for whatever which reason. You could always forward it, and that's not sending it to me, sending it to your teacher. You're sending it specifically to one person. You're picking up that envelope, resealing it, and sending it to whoever you forward it to. All right, out of all those functions, that's basically all you need, and then you make sure you send at some point. If you want to write your own email, okay, this is the second thing that you can do. Let's say you haven't heard from Mr. Nunn in a long time, so you find the person, you type in their last name. Check this out. So that's what's great about this function is that once you start typing, if it recognizes the person, it'll pop up if they're in our network. So again, say it's Mr. Nunn. Let's say it's Miss Smith too. Uh-oh. There's no Smith with two M's in the middle. There you go. All right, so you have your teachers. If Miss Jason was like, hey, you're getting close to dropped because I haven't seen you work in your class for a couple of weeks. You know, everyone has excuses and reasons for not, but make sure that you tie in Miss Jason on here if it makes sense. She is your counselor, and she is she's watching your work, and she's watching how much effort you're putting into things. So if that ever becomes a concern, you can attach her on here, or whoever or your mom or your dad or somebody that wants to know if you're putting in the work and asking questions and stuff. Subject, it's really important. So what you're going to do is write down help. Okay. Next thing is, hey teachers, or hey Mr. Nunn, hey Miss Smith. Okay. So you want to make sure you write down these basic things. The subject. Make sure you're sending it to all the people necessary. Make sure you write down a hello to whoever you're specifically talking to. A pleasantry. The question statement, etc. And then a thank you is always nice. Sincerely or much appreciated. Something that shows just a mutual respect, right? We love hearing from you guys. Trust me. It's really nice when students are communicating as much as possible. And you're going to see us say thank you too, because we definitely appreciate you. So it's really nice just to exchange that. And then you send. Boom, done. This does have functions like Microsoft, but don't worry about utilizing them a whole lot. It's really nice if you just keep it simple, basic. If there's something specific like the 10 or 12, you can bold that or something. You know, if it's something that you want emphasized. And then you send it. It's very simple. I hope this all makes sense. If you haven't heard anything from certain teachers, you may want to check your junk mail. Sometimes emails get in there, and it doesn't make any sense. It's the filtration system that the school district uses, or the Microsoft program that we use. It filters to try to make sure that no viruses and no junk mails coming through you, some spam. But sometimes, every now and then, an important email slips through. So check your junk mail. Read through them. Don't be lazy. Make sure that you're reading every single one of your emails. If you need to attach a file, okay, maybe I'll go back to this. Good thing I didn't send it. Or a picture. You have these options. The little paperclip is how you attach a Word document, a PDF. If you're not seeing it pop up here, you're going to have to browse either your cloud or your computer, or you can click upload. And here, let's say it's this picture right here, because this is where you're getting stuck. And then you clip it, and then you send it. All right, I hope this all makes sense. You can always reach out to us. Go ahead and reach out to me personally at the Remind app, which is NHHS AR, or you can email me at smartinez@psd1.org. Thank you.